fan.
Hey, what it do? What is up? Good Thursday. You notice you do not hear Jason Sakanik. That's because he is not here. He is not being quiet over there. He's not known for being quiet. So he is out today, and you've got me, Isachi. You also have Stephen Vaughn, our new producer, who's sitting over there. Looks very intent on the dials over there. He's the new buck. Hope you guys are having a nice little Thursday. We've got a lot to talk about today. We've got another new NFL coaching hire right off the bat. There is some news from Adam Schefter that the Ravens just hired Jesse Minter as their head coach. 5-year deal. How about that? What's going on over there, Vaughn?
Not much, man. Yeah, that seems like a good hire by the Ravens. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know much about him, but yeah.
Does anyone know?
A lot of sports going on right now. A lot of sports stuff.
We love sports.
We love it over here.
You know what we should do? We should talk about it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, the Minter thing, I was just talking to my Ravens buddy. He's all dialed in on the Ravens. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I trust Ravens brass, though.
I thought it was a little weird that they fired one Harbaugh, and then they went to the other Harbaugh's DC, like his main man, and said, hey, come on over and take over our squad.
Yeah, because he was a John Harbaugh guy.
He was the Jim Harbaugh guy.
Jim Harbaugh guy.
Even back at Michigan when they won the national title, he came over with him to the Chargers, and now he's the main man after John Harbaugh gets fired. I mean, you thought that it was going to be an offensive guy to go with Lamar Jackson. That was the whole talk is, well, who can unlock Lamar Jackson to get to that next level? Jesse Minter's not going to do that. So you got to find that new OC.
Yeah, it sounds like Monken may go with Harbaugh to the Giants. He's the old OC the current, I guess, OC of the Ravens. I would imagine Minter brings in another OC, but it depends on what Lamar thinks too. You know, I mean, if he likes Monken, then maybe Monken stays. I don't know. I'm with you. It's like, I don't know if Jesse Minter's a good hire. I think the thing that's kind of puzzling is you moved on from John Harbaugh, who was a very good coach for you for a lot of years, won a lot of games, won a Super Bowl, and you didn't really have a replacement. You just kind of went into the coaching pool with all the other teams that fired coaches and pulled out a guy that you were familiar with that you liked a couple of years ago. I mean, I don't know. I think if I'm going to move on from a guy like John Harbaugh, I'm wanting to hire – I want to have a plan for something that I think is better. And maybe they think Minter's better than John Harbaugh. But I don't know how you could think that, seeing as how he's never been a head coach. Maybe he's bringing Connor Stallions with him.
Sharon Moore, is he looking for a job too?
Hey, did you see Sharon Moore was back in court today?
I did.
Boy, I tell you, that photo, there's a photo going around. So Moore, the first time he was in court, he appeared in bad shape, and he was in his, like, what do they call those? Like the jumpsuit. Like the jumpsuit. Yeah, the white jumpsuit. He's all shackled. Looked terrible.
Looked very disheveled.
Rough night. That was the first time. This time, because he's home now. He's got an ankle monitor or whatever. And this time he waltzed in with his wife. He's all suited up, and there's a photograph of him standing there laughing with his attorney. They're both laughing, and Sharon Moore's wife is indeed not laughing, and she is mean-mugging the photographer. I mean, she's looking right deep into that camera, like through your soul, pissed off. As Moore is laughing, so it's very odd, very odd photo.
Well, very odd situation. I mean, just
I still can't believe it. You're so right. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, oh yeah, Sharon Moore, and then I started thinking about what happened. I'm like, oh my God, that all happened.
To bust into the house and then just threaten with butter knives, too. That wasn't a real threat.
Yeah, because the butter knife's probably not going to do much.
Probably not going to do much, but it's just like at the same time, just because you were fired and you cheated on your life isn't necessarily over. Like it was just a plain overreaction out of Mr. Moore there.
Right, completely unnecessary.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I get it. Like life might suck for a while, like no doubt.
He clearly wasn't in the right frame of mind.
Kids might hate you, family might hate you, but you know what? You can build that back up.
You know what? I just think he is another example of you never know who's crazy. And so don't push anyone's buttons.
Right.
You just never know. It could be the coach at Michigan. It could be the homeless guy down the street. You don't know.
It could be your co-host that I feel like I'm pushing his buttons every day,
that's
and at some point something's going to happen, but it hasn't yet for the first couple weeks. So
Yeah, you're fine so
I'm
far.
okay.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
He won't kill. On his list of kills, you have not sprung up the.
I'm not in the top list yet.
You know what's funny is like, of all of our producers, and we haven't had that many. I mean, 20 years of doing this, we've had Dusty, Swag, Bernie, Mike, Buck, and you. 7? 6?
Like, if you're stalking me and your idea is to scare me, you better have a gun or a knife.
Yeah, we've had 6. I think that there have been a couple that it all went well. It all went swimmingly. And then there's others where one or the other of us is like kind of oil and water with that producer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And he was that way with Bernie.
Mm.
And I don't sense that with you yet.
Good.
But let's give it time.
Well, I was talking to Dusty the other day. I was like, how am I doing? He goes, well, they haven't been complaining, so it's not, can't be bad.
Well, we don't really complain a lot.
I feel like you guys would complain.
Yeah.
You would say something.
Well,
Something would be said by both of you.
If it were bad, maybe, but
right.
Look, you're fine. Okay?
That's what I'm saying.
You're
yeah.
fine. You know what you need?
You just look at Suk though, and you just know something could explode at any moment.
Yeah, he's pretty volatile.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's believe it or not, he's a lovable teddy bear now compared to what he used to be. They used to be pretty. I mean, when he got out of football and he got into radio, and
when he was a real football guy.
What's that?
When he was a real football guy.
Yeah, I mean he was pretty edgy. I mean, just in life, like he just was. Yeah, it's like watch out. Now he's calmed down. He's old. His tea's dropping as fast as mine. But anyway, you know what you need? You know what I think you need?
Yeah, bring it. Yeah.
Stephen Vaughn.
What's up?
I think you need a nickname. We have not come up with a nickname for you yet, and I don't know why.
I don't know. I've never really had a nickname in my whole life. Yeah, because everyone just called me Vaughn because it's so easy. Just hey, Vaughn, what's up?
Yeah, it's not going to cut it.
Right.
I mean, if there are warts, typically Suk will find them, and he'll find them quickly, and then and then he'll just pick at them.
Right.
That's how he.
Yeah.
Or if there's an obvious nickname, we usually snuff it out rather fast. Like with lowercase, Casey, I mean...
That makes sense.
Well, he even offered it. I think we sniffed that out in a couple of hours that he rapped under the name lowercase. Well, there's his nickname.
Yeah. I remember asking him, like, where's lowercase come from? He's like, that's my name.
It's his rap name.
I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
Like, oh, all right.
And then with Schnitzelwolf, like that came about over time. But when he started boasting of his proud Native American and German heritage, I mean, how could you not go with Schnitzelwolf?
Right.
We've got Swag, we've got Dirt, we've got Suk, I'm a Sachi, we've got everybody just calls Sprague,
right?
I guess. P. Harris. I don't know. I think we need a nickname for you. Should we do it? Because I can't think of one, and it's bothering me because you're very normal.
Thank you.
And that bothers me.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any, like, what's wrong with you? Like, what are your unique quirks?
Ah, man.
How peculiar are you? You don't seem it at all.
No, I'm pretty normal, pretty level-headed.
Well, that's no fun.
I know.
What the hell? Here, I'm going to pull up. Here, hold on. How much time do we have? Okay, we have a couple minutes. Okay, I'm going to pull up ChatGPT.
There we go.
And we're going to start there. And we're going to put in some keywords for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're 38, right?
38.
Okay, hi. I need a nickname.
The obvious one is Stevie Ray, because my last name's Vaughn, Stevie Ray Vaughn.
Okay. Or we call you Ray Ray.
Yeah.
I need a nickname for Stephen Vaughn. 38-year-old. Is that right? 38?
38, yeah.
38-year-old bald white male, married
Two
to
kids.
a track and field coach.
Yeah.
They have 2 kids, and he's a former basketball
stud.
Should I say star?
Stud, yeah. Star.
Okay, I'll put
star or stud.
I'm going to put stud.
Either is applicable.
You weren't a star.
Oh, I was.
Were you?
All conference.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not.
I mean, I played at Concordia, though, so.
Not player of the year?
No, our team was really terrible.
Oh, so you're blaming that on player of the year is not a team award, Stephen.
Well, it's partially.
Stephen.
In community college, we broke the record for most wins in a season for our school, so we were good there, but Concordia, not so much.
We'd also like you to text if you have. I mean, I don't know if you've been listening to Stephen. Maybe you've caught on to something. You can text the fan text line Somebody has already mentioned Easy V. That's pretty good.
Mhm.
You're kind of easygoing guy. Just, pretty level-headed. So it says, okay, I need a nickname for Stephen Vaughn. Okay. Former basketball stud. Turned sports radio producer. Okay, let's see what it spits out for you here. This is exciting.
The anticipation.
Yeah, this is exciting. Ooh, this is good. Okay, we've got SV Smooth. It says, sounds like he still thinks he's got a jumper.
Oh,
Wow.
ChatGPT must have heard me.
Taking shots at you. Do you still
Jeez.
have a jumper?
The jumper doesn't go away. You know this.
I don't know this because I never had one, but
It's like riding a bike, dude.
okay.
Give me a couple minutes in the gym, I'll start hitting jumpers.
Okay. Do you still play? Do you
No.
go to like
No, it's
valleys?
literally like your guys is open from the basketball movie. It's like I can't run or jump or move, but if I can shoot, I can make it.
Okay. Coach V, we've already got.
We already got a Coach Vaughn.
What about assistant coach Vaughn?
I could be an assistant coach.
AC Vaughn, assistant coach Vaughn,
There we go.
because we're calling the wife Coach Vaughn.
She's the coach, and she's the coach of the family.
We've got Big V. It says, clean, simple, radio clean, and easy for drops. The producer, formerly known as a hooper.
I don't like that one. It's a little wordy. A little wordy.
PFKH, producer, formerly known as a hooper. Okay, we got. Oh, listen to this one. It spit out the bald mamba.
Dude,
Dude,
it's not terrible.
that is not terrible.
That's not terrible.
That's a leader so far.
Yeah.
We've got Stretch Vaughn. Shooter vibes, still claims range. Ooh, Stretch Vaughn. Old man buckets. Wow.
Man,
You're not that old.
not that. ChatGPT is throwing strays.
Or the Rec League assassin.
Nah, I can't. I don't play Rec League though. I get in too many fights.
Ooh, how about Vaughn Control?
like ground control.
Yeah, Vaughn Control.
Because I'm kind of pushing buttons. So
Ooh, the Board Op Bomber
we're going crazy now, dude.
and the Puppet Master. So it spit that out for radio behind the scenes flex. Dad, coach adjacent, the starter dad, 2 kids deep Vaughn, track widow. Oh my God. The Chrome Dome General. Ooh, bald analytics.
Analytics.
The washed wizard.
Washed.
Midlife Jordan. Oh boy.
Man.
I'll tell you what, I got the top 3 to me are the bald mamba, old man buckets, and Vaughn Control.
Yeah, I'm down with any of those.
Well,
I like the bomb. I like Mamba.
we can't just assign one right now. We have to.
Yeah, we got to figure it out.
We gotta marinate on it, but
Yeah.
we're getting closer. Well, it's nice to have you. It's just you and me today. I don't know if you noticed that. But,
Yeah.
Sook's out, and we'll have a good. I got a lot of stuff on the conference championships, man.
Really.
I can't stop thinking about them.
Should be good games.
Yeah.
You know what?
I think you're right.
I actually am excited about the Broncos Patriots game.
Why?
I don't know. It's like sneaky exciting to see if your boy Stiddy City can do something.
He is my boy, and I think he can do a few things. I mean, not much, but a few things.
Right. He can do some Stiddy things.
We were just talking, Luke and I, about how this is a prime example, and you know this because you're a sports gambler. Any sports gambler knows if you have gambled on sports for any length of time, but the longer you've gone, the more you know that you know nothing.
Right.
And you could know everything about football. Like, there's a lot of really smart football people, Sukanik included, who just, it's like, oh, this is going to happen or that's going to happen, and they're very confident of X, Y, and Z, and it never like it doesn't happen. It's just this is a prime example of why we watch sports, because we don't really know what's going to happen with Jarrett Stidham. It's a nice little curveball. If we knew, it wouldn't be interesting, but we don't know, and that's fascinating. So it's really hard to predict. That I think the Jarrett Stidham element makes the Broncos-Patriots game more interesting than it would be if Knicks were in there. That's what I think, Stephen Vaughn.
I agree. It's the truest form of reality TV that we have. And I know that people
And
are
it's completely unpredictable.
Right. But I know people are going to complain that it's all rigged and the NFL and the NBA are all in on it. But I'm here to tell you that they're not. They're not in on it. Not just because you lost your bet and you don't know, because you don't know. Nobody knows.
No.
As a professional gambler for the last 15 years, and by professional I mean novice.
Yeah.
You don't know.
You don't know anything.
You don't know anything.
Exactly. The only way you're going to win money, there are a few people that win money at sports betting. You know who they are? Bookies. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, it is hard. And this is why.
Especially the NFL. The NFL, those markets are just so
Tight.
rounded into shape, man.
Yeah, very tight. Yeah, what you need to do if you really want to win money is go bet on like overnight cricket in India.
Well, your whole
Tennis.
your little golf Tuesdays.
TGL,
baby.
Not
Tell
a,
you what,
not a tight market.
WNBA is not a terrible market either.
Yeah, I've heard that.
I got on it a little bit last year. I didn't keep track of what the final results were, but it had to have been up. Just a little bit. Like it seems winnable.
Well, I don't know anything about it. So I would only
You don't have to know anything about it.
Well, what do you bet on then?
So what I've come to realize is in the WNBA, the best players are so much better than like an average player.
Okay.
And so a lot of the good teams have like 3 or 4 really good players. And so for the most part, if they're at home, they're going to be crushing fools. Where you can kind of go on the other side there as well.
Yeah. Okay. So just take the team with the best players.
Pretty much.
Because there's no depth in the league.
Right. Yeah.
It's all about the star players.
It's all about the star. Like the star players, the Sabrinas, the Brianna Stewarts, the Asia Wilsons, they are way better than your average player. Where in the NBA, you look at Nikola Jokic or Luka Doncic, like they're the best players in the league. But you can take an average NBA player, Jeremy Grant, and they can compete with those type of guys on a much higher level.
Yeah. Okay. Good little nugget.
There he goes. I can't wait for the WNBA to start up,
When
baby.
does that start?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I just watched some Portland Fire video.
Yeah. I would say I can't wait, but I can.
I can wait too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me know.
You're not getting on board with the Portland Fire?
Not yet. But I did see we're going to play it today, but
yeah.
The Kerry Brownstein and Fred Armisen came out and did a Portland Fire Portlandia video.
That's probably going to be the highlight of the season.
Yeah, it's a good start.
The schedule video.
Yeah. And then it's them saying, "God, I wonder when the schedule's going to be out." And then the schedule is out.
And then everyone turned off the video.
Yeah. It's like, "Oh, well, I don't care about the schedule. I care about Fred and
no more Thai food jokes and then we're going to leave." Okay.
Well, you'll hear that later. Anyway, let's get started with what is with all the turnovers? Let's talk about that to kick off our conference championship previews here on The Fan. So someone asked on the text line if we tried the Wu-Tang name generator for Stephen Vaughn, and I just put that in there, and it spit out Unlucky Commander. I don't know why, but that's what it says for you. So it's on the list, but it's not near the top. So far, for nicknames for Stephen, we have got the Bald Mamba, the producer formerly known as a Hooper, assistant coach Vaughn, midlife Jordan, Vaughn Control, and the Chrome Dome Killer. Text line, a lot of people saying Easy V, Stevie V. We got one for Normie, because you're so normal. Like Normie, we'll use it like Norm from Cheers, Normie. Normie! Scuba Steve, Milwaukee's Best, Stevie V. There was another Milwaukee reference in here.
Yeah.
You being from the mean streets.
Proud Milwaukeean.
Yeah. What's the best thing about Milwaukee, Oregon?
For me, it's the fact that because I have two kids, 11 and 7, and so they are very plain when they eat, or they want to go to fast food places. They got all like the fast food, easy takeout spots you can get there. All the chain restaurants are in Milwaukee now. They've really moved in.
Okay, so that's the best thing.
And there isn't quite like a ton, even though the Max has now reached into Milwaukee. You still don't have a lot of the unhoused and stuff there. Like, it's still pretty nice, but it's close enough to the city that you can get out there real quick, close to the freeway. It's kind of like neutral to a lot of spots in the Portland area.
Ooh, Shooter MCV on the text line. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, dude, I'll take it.
Even Steven, Vanilla Gorilla, Stevie Buckets, Stevano. I think I've told you this, but my parents live here now, and they set up shop in Milwaukee at a rental for a while, and now they live in a home over there. So I have become quite familiar with Milwaukee, a place I had not explored in my first 25 years.
How do you like it?
Well, I find it charming.
Yeah, a little charming town.
The people were wonderful. Their neighbors were wonderful. The people that they rented from were wonderful. The people in their senior home are wonderful. And they are finding that, because they're from Kansas, like my mom's from Texas, he's from Kansas. And they are saying the people that they've met in their home are mostly local people, and they all have great stories, and they're really interesting people. So Milwaukee getting 5-star reviews from the Rops. And I don't know, I'd never really done much in Milwaukee until this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like or
last year, I guess.
It's not like a hot spot of
no, it's definitely not.
It's not a hot spot like, hey, I'm gonna go to Milwaukee and go do something really cool.
But it's nice little family neighborhoods.
Good little town.
Close location, good little and as you said, nice, cheap, boring eats for your stupid normie kids.
That's what I'm saying. And that is what is important.
So when Suit gets back, we'll run those nicknames by him, see what sticks. But let's get into Conference Championship Weekend. And I've got a lot of notes about Conference Championship Weekend. The first thing I want to talk about, though, is what has happened so far before we get into these games, because as we were mentioning towards the end of the last segment, it's just so hard to predict what's going to happen in these games, evidenced by the games last weekend and the whole NFL tournament so far, and all of the turnovers. And not only the turnovers, but the turnover regression. Like, I mean, if you want to boil football down to one thing that decides a game more than anything else, it's turnovers. Because, as we all know, football's football. But turnovers, I mean, not even the great teams can overcome 5 turnovers like the Bills.
Football is football.
You know what I mean? And I did some digging I just went through because I'm like, God, it just felt like we had so many freaking turnovers in these playoff games so far. And it's not just the turnovers, it's the turnover regression. The 3 best teams in turnover margin coming into this tournament were the Bears at plus 22, the Texans at plus 17, and the Jags at plus 13. Do I need to remind you what happened with all 3 of those teams?
You don't. They did lose. And there's been a lot of close calls as well. Like Drake May
Exactly.
Has six fumbles himself in 2 games. Now he hasn't lost them all. But is it
Drake
just
May has 5 turnovers. And he could have 8. You mentioned he had 3 fumbles that he recovered.
Right.
Matt Stafford has had 2 fumbles that he fell on.
Is it just the weather?
Weather played a factor in a couple of those games.
But isn't that going to be all postseason games in the NFL, it seems? I mean, I guess if you get the dome, but it's a lot of these outdoor teams and these young quarterbacks. And I think to that point is why, like Jared Stidham, you don't trust that guy. But I can't trust Drake May yet. If he's going to fumble the ball, the regression is going to be, Denver's going to bounce on a couple of these.
Well, I just think, that's the other thing, too, is like Denver is we mentioned this coming into the tournament, that the 2 number 1 seeds, Seattle and Denver, is the first time ever that we had both number 1 seeds had a negative turnover margin. So the 2 teams that don't turn you over are the 2 teams that have turned you over.
Right, they're holding on to the ball, they're turning you over.
Yes, it's like, okay, so the Bears were number 1 in turnover margin at +22. The Texans were number 2 at +17, and the Jags were number 3 at +13. Chicago didn't get 1 takeaway, and they turned it over 7 times in 2 games. The Texans got 5. They did take it away 5 times, but they gave up 8 and should have been way more. I've never seen a game like the C.J. Stroud game in New England. I've never seen anything like it. I swear to God, and I didn't write this down, I don't know, this is anecdotal, I think he almost threw 10 interceptions in the same game.
Well, and he had the first game against the Steelers, which wasn't much better either.
He fumbled 5 times.
Right. It's like, what completely happened to this guy?
And then the Jags, who were 3rd in turnover margin, had 2 interceptions. They were number 2 in interceptions, but they didn't get 1 against the Bills, and they had only lost the turnover battle twice all season, and they lost it to the Bills, Trevor Lawrence throwing 2 picks. So the Broncos, I mentioned the Broncos and Seahawks, both came in -3 in turnover differential. That is unheard of for 2 teams with so many wins. The Broncos had not forced more than 2 turnovers in a game all season. They forced 5 against the Bills, and the Seahawks got 3 off the Niners and didn't turn it over in a game for just the 5th time this season. So explain that. So you tell me how anybody knows anything and can predict any of this complete randomness.
Well, and I think that goes to the point of the excitement for the next 2 games, because there could be even more turnovers, because it's not going to be domes. It's going to be in Denver and it's going to be in Seattle. Now, I looked at the weather. I believe it's not supposed to rain in Denver. It's just going to be freezing cold. So maybe that will help a little bit with those turnovers. But you're right. Like, you can't predict that kind of stuff. And it could just flip the other way, because it's not as if Sam Darnold hasn't had a history of being a turnover machine. He could go out and throw 4 interceptions. He's done it against the Rams in the past. He's done it in other big games. And the same thing with Jared Stidham. Like, he could just come out and be completely horrible, as you said. Like, you watch this guy play, he wasn't very good in college.
Well, yeah.
Now he's in the NFL.
4 quarterbacks. Which one do you trust?
It has to be Stafford.
It's the only answer.
And I don't really trust him at this point. He's kind of been up and down
shaky
the last half of the season.
Yeah, he threw a pick in the was it the Bears game or the Panthers game? This is the Bears game. And he fumbled twice, but he fell on him. So we're not talking about it.
Right.
Drake May, 5 turnovers, could easily be 8, and that's just in 2 games. Caleb Williams had 5 interceptions in 2 games, and he had thrown 7 all season. The Niners had 5 turnovers in 2 playoff games. Trevor Lawrence, I mentioned the 2 INTs. Panthers had 2 turnovers in their loss, and even Stafford. So,
are we just overlooking this and overthinking it? And Seattle is just by far the best team in this bracket, in this whole tournament. Like,
I don't think so. I think, I like to zoom out when we get to this stage. And if you zoom out, what you'll see is that the Rams and the Seahawks are the 2 best teams. They're very close. They played 2 close games all year, and I don't think anything has changed, even though the tournament's been a little topsy-turvy.
Because I've seen a lot of Seahawks fans really puffing out their chests saying, look, everyone's kind of doubting us, saying the field isn't great. They're by far the best team. I'm with you. I don't think that the Seahawks are head and shoulders above anybody, and they just kind of ran into the 49ers at the perfect timing with all their injuries. But I will say, I look at some of the Rams' numbers the last half of the year. I looked this up, Rob. last weeks 13 through 18, the defense gave up almost 28 points per game.
Yeah.
And 6.1 yards per play, which if you went out the whole season, that's second to last in the NFL. Like, their defense has been horrible the last 6-7 games of the year. And maybe Seattle just goes in and does dominate like the Seahawks fans think they will.
Well, they might. I think that's a little bit of recency bias. I mean, I think if you again zoom out and look at the Seahawks full season, they're not. I mean, you trust Sam Darnold?
No, I don't.
See, we've forgotten about that because they've had, like I said, they played the Niners twice, and the Niners have no pass rush. You got to warm up Darnold. If you can warm up Darnold, it gets wild real fast. Carolina couldn't do it. The Panthers couldn't do it, and then they had the comeback against the Rams. He's thrown 6 interceptions against the Rams this year.
If the Rams can get a lead, that's when it's going to be really interesting.
I just think they got to get to him. They got to get to – look, the Rams – and I'm with you on the Rams. They're hard to trust. At the same time, that they went to Chicago, and that's Ben Johnson's